We're going to be talking about the 1851 Navy, which my character Wolf carries in the comic I'm working on, Lone Wolf. The 1851 Navy is a cap and ball revolver that was designed by Samuel Colt between 1847 and 1850. After the Civil War, a lot of these guns were converted to cartridge. They would cut the cylinder wall and add a gate, making it easier to load the modern style ammunition that we still see and use today. This is a 38 long Colt. This is the way that you load this gun. You open the gate. You got to pull the hammer back off half cock. Then the cylinder will roll free, and you start loading them in. And then after it's loaded, you pull the trigger and hold the hammer and release the hammer down gently onto the pistol. Now we're going to shoot it. Okay, now I'm going to show you how this thing works. We're going to shoot that piece of wood. I may or may not hit it. I'm not a cowboy, I'm just some dude. But always wear hearing protection. These things are loud. Now to fire this pistol, you have to cock the hammer every time. So you'll see me cocking the hammer before I fire. So here we go. Well, I could never do that again. We had a misfire, so I'm going to keep going back around, see if it fires.
Fast, shot her dead, buried that girl in the shallow grave. No more will I be her slave.
Okay, now unload this thing. It's got a similar thing. You got to pull the hammer back half cocked, and this will roll free. But then you got to hold it like this and eject the shells manually. Modern pistols eject their own shells. Modern revolvers you can just open up and they'll eject. You have one ejector that ejects the whole cylinder. You can see reloading this thing on the fly would have been a pain. Alright, we'll reload it and shoot again. Alright, now I'm going to show you how they did it, how the gunfighters did it. They'd pull the gun. You see them in the movies doing this. What we're going to do, we're going to hold the trigger and we're going to fan the hammer. You're not going to be very accurate like that, but it's going to look cool. Okay, we're going to talk about the different types of firearms in case there's people that don't know. This is a single action revolver. It's called single action because the hammer has to be pulled every time you pull the trigger. You know, modern revolvers have double action. You pull the trigger, and as you're pulling the trigger, it pulls the hammer back itself. Okay, that's a revolver. Okay, now this pistol is also single action, but it's not a revolver. It is magazine fed, which means every round comes out of the magazine. You don't load it into, the cylinder. Basic gun safety. Always check, make sure that every gun that you have is unloaded. And don't ever point this at something you're not willing to destroy. So, the way this pistol works, same way. It will not fire unless the hammer is pulled every time. But with this pistol, you insert the magazine, you rack the slide, it loads around into the chamber and pulls the hammer back. So this pistol has a grip safety, so you have to make sure you're holding it like this. So it is ready to fire at that point. When you fire it, comes back again, putting the hammer down. So when you pull the trigger, it fires again. But if the hammer is not back and it's loaded, it will not fire. Okay. Now, we're going to look at a modern pistol. This is a Glock. This is what you see on everything, on TV, everywhere. It is not single action. It works a lot like the pistol I just showed you, the 1911. Once again, always make sure every gun is unloaded. Okay, once you put the magazine into this gun, you rack the slide, it loads one into the chamber. There's no hammer. So every time you pull the trigger, you know, slide comes back and this will fire. Just a comparison of Civil War technology to modern day technology.
I know what to do. Lord knows she weren't true. Time to be moving on. Leaving out at the break of dawn.